Good morning. My name is Leslie Williams. Excuse me, please. I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm a target of what is known as organized stalking, which is also known as gang stalking, cause stalking, vigilante stalking, etc. You can go to YouTube and type in gang stalking, bullying on steroids, and understand that it was just covered by on the news by and the Chula Vista police were on the news broadcast as well in reference to a victim in Chula Vista. And as a result of you viewing just this one particular YouTube video, you can clearly see that gang stalking and organized stalking is a factual reality. Now, lately, this campaign has been picking up so much harassment along my routes that I'm literally bogged down with evidence. Okay, now it takes me up to 3.5 hours between waking up and taking care of health and beauty, and making sure that my property is protected, getting up, and then finally getting out, and then heading over to UCSD. And by the time I actually sit down in front of a computer, and if I wake up late, that makes it even worse. And then by the time I get over to UCSD, I go to heat up my lunch at a place that closes at 3. So, I have to interrupt to stop one of my work and go and heat up lunch. On occasion, I take cigarette breaks, and which means I got to walk in an area that's smoking is allowed, because they're already trying to use that as a reason to try and make it appear they'll have a legitimate reason to ban me. And where my emails for help are being intercepted, flat out. And so the point I'm trying to make here is this. Listen carefully. In the near future, including up until especially next week, I'm going to be making a lot of blogs, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate in these blogs YouTube videos, okay? And I'm going to try my best, and as far as what's going to be in the comments feature of those videos are not going to be able to be updated right away, because it has taken me an extremely huge amount of time to upload these videos. Because of the rate of how many videos that I got, and then by the time I get there and then upload them, it takes time to write everything in the YouTube comments feature of that video, and then post it online, and then try to go back and paste it in a blog to expand on it further. So what I'm going to do until I can get to this, because each video that I make, especially detailed ones, what I like to do is make the video and then write out exactly what is directly going on concerning what's in the video, okay, to expand on it. So the details, because details is what paints the picture, okay. Now, true, a lot of my videos are very informative and they are to the point. Some of them are tidbits, where there's just tidbits of information about what's happening towards me. But since this expedition is going on so much now along all of my paths, the business routes I'm going to, the businesses I'm going to, Ralph's, CVS, Burger King over at Friars Mission Center, their employees, their management, and the security personnel over at Friars Mission Center, no matter how much they play a shell game in replacing them, understand this and be clear, they're getting direct orders from the San Diego Police Department, and I have no doubt in my mind at all whatsoever that the City Council and the San Diego District Attorney's Office is in play as well here, in reference to this expedition that's happening towards me. And a lot of this community-based cooperation is being achieved through what is known as the community notification that is directly connected to organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. Now, so what I'm going to do in order to be able to try and synthesize a lot of the videos so they can at least be presented in reference to, like, what I'm going to do, just to basically state it in a nutshell, is what I'm going to do for the next 2 weeks is I'm going to incorporate a lot of the videos that I'm taking into blogs. I'm going to upload them to YouTube, and then I'm going to copy the embedding code into blogs. So my blogs in the next 2 weeks are going to have multiple videos in them, and if you don't understand any of them, if they're just pictures of people, okay, whether they got their hands to their face or their mouth or pointing their finger or not, understand this. If you see a video of me just of a person, understand this. That video was taken for a reason. It was because they engaged in organized gang stalking physical gestures, which are directly connected to the desensitization tactics that they expedite towards targets along their routes, okay, to make them feel harassed and stalked as a result, because they got to know where you're at in order to do it. If it's just a picture of a person, understand this and be clear whether they're doing anything or not. The picture was taken for a reason. Now, if it's an informative video, like in reference to me describing who's involved in it, in reference along my routes, like businesses, or how MTS is involved in this, or how the San Diego police are involved in this, or how the universities that they've got on board on these campaigns are involved in this, just understand something. The video was made for a reason. Listen to what's being described and then research what I'm describing. And if you still can't make total sense of it yet, don't just disregard it, because whatever is lacking in one video can be understood by looking at many of my videos. Now, to get a preliminary introduction in reference to what's happening to me, you can go to YouTube and type in Leslie Williams, Organized Stalking, The Informer Report. There's 2 videos that organization, Organized Stalking 3, made on my behalf. What they did was they went online and synthesized a bunch of my videos together in order to complete one story theme. And the story themes that they synthesized from my multiple videos are true, 100% to a T. Okay, and so that'll give you a preliminary introduction in reference to what's happening to me and how it's being brought about. Now, also research thoroughly their other videos that they have on their YouTube channel, which you can find by going to YouTube and typing in Organized Stalking 3. Okay, another thing, go to YouTube, type in Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus. Make sure you look at that video thoroughly in reference to how the video is corrupted in reference to the back structure of the bus. And look at what's in the comments feature of that YouTube video meticulously. The entire, everything that is in the comments feature of that YouTube video. Scrutinize it carefully, meticulously, and what I mean by that is that look at everything that's in it, and you'll clearly be able to see that that assault was predicted 11 days before it occurred, and 1.5 days after I went down to the San Diego District Attorney's Office and told them I was a human trafficking target, and that there was an extreme likelihood that the San Diego police were involved in it. Now, you can also go to YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman Catches Gang Stalker Admitting Put on Bus to Harass. I caught 3 teenagers flat out to my face, and since I had a running digital tape recorder on me, when I approached them, they literally admitted to my face, and as a result of this running, it was caught on video, on audio file, what they admitted to. They literally flat out admitted they were put on a bus that I was already on to engage, excuse me, to engage in organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures. Because like I said, this is how they make you feel stalked. They get along your path and they put their hands to their face as you're walking or as you're in a business, going into a business, coming out of a business, when I'm sitting down at the university library computers, when I get up to go to the bathroom, because this is organized stalking. And what they do is they pick groups of people that they get through multiple avenues, okay, to engage in gang stalking, organized stalking, sensitization tactics, which are direct conversation tactics and physical gestures, specific types of physical gestures and specific types of verbal statements, phrases, or commentaries, okay? And this can be Googled extensively in reference to cross-referencing these types of sensitization tactics at Google and cross-referencing them to organized stalking. And you'll be able to see just by the amount of Google-generated responses you get that these expeditions are a factual reality. Also, you can YouTube organized stalking or gang stalking and sensitization. Yes. Organized Stalking 3 YouTube channel has some good videos also in reference to the methods and tactics of organized stalking and gang stalking. Also, remote neural monitoring and what is known as electronic harassment, that is described as also V2K, which is voice to skull. My name is Leslie Williams, and now for new viewers and for people who don't even have a clue what organized stalking or gang stalking is, you have to research it thoroughly in order to understand. And the best way to do that is to listen to whistleblowers like me, because I'm extremely educated, okay, and I'm extremely experienced. I'm not only educated in how they operate and who they are and what they're about and their methods, tactics, limitations, fears, and all that, but I'm also extremely educated in who they're connected to, and I'm also educated in reference to how they use psychological warfare and how they use also perceptual warfare. Okay, because a lot of the technology they use is literally designed to make a target second, third, fourth, and fifth guess what they're experiencing, because they cannot see what's being transmitted towards them. That's the voice to skull, the microwave auditory effect, scalar projected audible distinguishable signals, and remote neural monitoring, remote neural influencing, and remote neural stimulating. Now, I make these videos flat out as a direct result, not just because of what they're doing to me and what they hope to do to me, of what they're doing to my fellow targets who have a lot less than I have, who are not able to even make a blog because they don't have bus fare to get to a library to do so about what's happening to them. I'm talking about the young men they got trapped in these campaigns, and the young women as well, and what's happening to their children as a result of them being whisked into the criminal aspirations of why they were targeted. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a Christian. And Jesus Christ said, and I don't know how this might sound to you, but Jesus Christ said, love your neighbor as much as you love yourself. And since I already know what they've done to me, what they're attempting to still do to me, and as a result of knowing that, and as a result of literally of what I have witnessed being done to people that attended a group that I used to attend, they were literally, because they were doing this to multiple people, and I literally seen women literally break down before my eyes in Dearborn, Michigan. It's a nationwide syndicate, okay? And literally break down before my eyes because they were being neurally manipulated and run down through the methods of organized stalking that was also being perpetrated towards them. At the same time, they were being neurally manipulated. I've also seen young men, probably more than likely heterosexual men, having everything taken away from them that they had, blacklisted from employment. Homelessness was created for them, and why was that done? So they could whisk these men into prostitution rings where homosexuals are in them. Now, I don't have anything against those homosexuals at all, but the point I'm trying to make is I'm talking about sexual servitude. They literally tore down a young man's life, probably more than likely a heterosexual man, and literally took everything they got, including his ability to even feed himself, in order to entrain him for prostitution in prostitution rings that have homosexuals in them. I literally flat out saw a young man being sexually exploited this way. My name is Leslie Williams. You know, they are doing this literally to anybody. Okay, I'm talking about average people. You could go to a mall and sit back and drink a Coca-Cola and sit back and watch people walk by you. This is literally the type of people I am telling you that they target. Anybody, okay? And they targeted me and tore my life completely down, okay? Because the syndicated members are in the system that protect it, allow it, and they literally use their job descriptions to aid and abet in it, okay? To keep targets isolated in these campaigns, yeah, for eventual human exploitation, human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, land co-opting, property co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft. You would not, they go after the elderly, veterans on disability, people on disability, single mothers. They're into all types of racketeering schemes like you would not believe, okay? And I am here today to tell you that when you start witnessing blogs that have multiple videos in them, and they might not have a lot of details in reference to why the videos were made or the theme of what is discussed in them, understand this and be clear. I can only do so much in each day, and they keep me busy like you would not believe, okay? So just pay attention clearly and slowly and carefully about what I'm describing in these videos. And then look at my other videos, as many as you can find. You can go to Google and YouTube and type in Learning Disabled Woman, Gang Stalk to San Diego again, Learning Disabled Woman being tortured in San Diego, Learning Disabled Woman brutally assaulted on MTS bus. And when you start looking at all the videos and blog information, you'll be able to put together what you don't understand in reference to possibly a video or blog that you've read and you're not able to make total sense of yet. I gotta go, and the only reason I'm making this video is to tell you that upcoming in the next couple weeks, you're going to be seeing some videos, blogs that got multiple videos in them, and they're not going to be extremely detailed in reference to any text that's written that will cooperate what's in the videos. But understand this, I gotta do what I gotta do the way I gotta do it because of time availability, because of how I'm watching my own back in reference to what they're bringing about towards me along all my routes, all of my routes, businesses, walking routes, trolley routes, bus stations, or bus stops, bus routes, trolley stations, trolley routes, universities, and their bus routes, okay? So these people are keeping me busy and isolated in this campaign that's happening towards me. And since I'm collecting evidence about everything that happens towards me, and since it's happening on such an escalated scale, I can only keep up with transferring what's caught on digital audio file to videos, and then putting the videos on YouTube, and then writing out long explanations about what's in it. So you're just going to have to be patient in reference to understanding what's in each particular video. And understand this, as soon as the time is available, I will go back and detail more in the comments features of these YouTube videos about what's happening towards me. I'm in San Diego, California. I'm a target of what is known as organized gang stalking and gang stalking, and I'm here to tell you to your face today the factual 100% truth that the San Diego police, Eastern Division officers and Western Division officers, and probably people that they're using from the downtown office by now, are directly involved in this crime, physically, literally, and tactically. Okay, and they are literally using people in the community as a buffer between me and them when they go to stage an incident towards me along my routes and eventually here. And they will use anybody from a parent who's walking by with their kid acting like they're just going for a walk, to a person jogging by deliberately with their excuses. I was just jogging by, I saw her in here, and called the police, because the police want to have a buffer between me and them. So they will use anybody and any excuse to do it. Their car broke down. They heard me or saw me in here as a result of them having their car break down and waiting for assistance. The property owner coming, the landscape company they use to take care of this property. Any excuse they can find and use to make it look like they have a legitimate appearing reason to approach me at this site, or to make it look like they have a legitimate reason to appear on the scene after an incident takes place towards me, which includes intimidations, assaults, accusations, harassment, anything. Because all these things that are happening towards me along all of my routes, everywhere I go, whenever they pick a day that they schedule an incident towards me, are staged. And they're staged for a reason, to frame the situation in order to frame the results. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm a target of what is known as organized stalking and gang stalking. And I'm here to tell you today, I do not do anything illegal at all. I can look you straight in the eye, okay, as a humble Christian, and tell you today, I do not do one thing illegal. I do not do drugs, I do not drink, I do not sleep around, and I do not steal. And I'm here to tell you today I'm a target of this crime, and this crime for me has human trafficking aspirations, and to take legal custody of me so they can take legal custody of my Social Security and to exploit my Medicare. And they will even literally take me off of Social Security until they can exploit the financial destitution and circumstances that are created as a result of being broke. So I'll run to the system they're infested in. Then they get a hold of me because the organized stalking expedition is happening still towards me in between. They accumulate falsified documentation and then use that documentation to contain me in a syndicated run organized crime group home, and then will reapply for Social Security in my name, to exploit the monthly check in my name, to exploit the Medicare that's attached to it in my name, and to exploit me sexually in a syndicated run organized crime group home. And this is what this is all about. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California, and I make these videos to inform the public that they're going after people on disability, any type of people that are on disability, people that are coming home from wars that are on disability because of post-traumatic stress or because of physical impairments they now have because of serving in the military. They're going after them. They're going after the elderly. They're going after people on disability, single mothers, single women. You would not believe what I know, and I'm exposing this. My name is Leslie Williams. I don't want anybody to get directly involved in helping me because they will target them. But if you want a video blog any of my videos for me, you can do it anonymously by creating anonymous Gmail accounts or Yahoo accounts, and then posting a video blog in this in my name. Thank you very much.